Well, hello everyone. It's been a new week and it's time to get all started and stuff. It's been an interesting weekend for me. Well, it's been a fun one. Cool. Now let's just try to get everything started, right? Let's see. We'll go back into doing fruit balls. And then more story times. And then maybe I might start a different project. Since I currently actually finished one of the projects for my friends, I can now do more. I can do other things. Maybe show off a personal project that I'm working on. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. But we have this one project that we need to finish. It would be our fruit balls for our friend. And I am doing everything on stream, so I haven't touched it since the last time we was with you guys. Alrighty, then let's get right into it. As always, we'll be as soon as the mouse decides to be friends with me. As always, we'll do a little bit of warming up first because I haven't done that today. I'm gonna be completely honest, I legit just woke up. So let's go! Alrighty then, it's time to do some warm up. What color should I use today? Warm up color. Well, let's go with the blue. Yeah. Nice pretty blue. But good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you guys at. Thank you for watching. Let's see. Weekend was very it was entertaining. That is not a word. Entertaining is the word I am going for. Anyway, it's a very entertaining weekend for me. I got to play games that I didn't get to play for a while, so that was always fun. I hopped back into Final Fantasy with a few of my friends, and we did a few little fun bits there. I got to do a lot of blowing things up, which can't say isn't fun. The only place you can do it would be on a game, otherwise it would be a bad idea. So, games are the best place. Yeah. And then I got to hang out with a few friends, doing my best to stay safe and make sure I'm not going out and making anyone sick, which I'm very happy that I've been one of the few of my friends who hasn't caught that lovely little thing. But then again, I've also been the one that's been hiding away the most, so I guess that helps. But yeah, that's pretty much been my weekend. I had fun with it. It wasn't super exciting. There wasn't a ton of things to do, but like nowadays, the few moments you do get to spend time with like friends in real life versus over the computer or on your phone is always something we're all happy for. So that was fun. That was pretty much it. I did a lot of sleeping. But I always do a lot of sleeping. I did my homework. I didn't fall behind in school, so I'm proud of that. Still doing good in that. But yeah. I have no clue where I'm going with this picture. Ooh. Hope all of you had a good weekend. If you didn't, it's okay. It'll always get better. You just kind of have to believe in yourself. I believe in all of you. Flower. So one weird flower. Makes me think of like a sunflower. I don't know why. Or a weird Pokemon. Where is that Pokemon name? Castform? Yeah. And then they did something like that, right? I don't know. There we go. Let's see. We do a flower. I've done a version I haven't done in a while, which would be this one. At a moment in time I was doing a lot of lotus drawings, which I should probably put into the fruit balls picture, because the friend who I am making that picture for's favorite flower is a lotus flower, so I could probably figure out how to do that. Maybe in the water? Then how do you draw a lotus flower again? Oh no. Is it like that? Something like that, right? Something like that. I think that's what a lotus flower looks like. Maybe. I don't know anymore. Which is very entertaining, so I spent a good solid like month doing nothing but drawing lotus flowers. Huh. Really weird. It's odd that I can't remember. I'm sure there's a picture of it somewhere. I'm sure I can find one of my lotus flowers and look back on it. I'm not gonna get too caught up on it. Hey, look, a pretty flower. That one is definitely not one of my best, but I'll take it. Well, let's see. Let's go into it. Yeah, like I said, nothing's changed. I didn't do much. I worked really hard on the let's do a new layer before I start marking up everything on these lovely little mountains over here that I didn't add to. It's been a good amount of time on this. I'm really proud of them. I didn't mess with the tree, but I did realize that over here is a little wrong. You need a little bit more bright green in the area, and then maybe some like darker ones, dark green here to make it pop a little bit more. Obviously I need to finish these roots, but I was really into finishing these mountains first, and more obvious like this water. Yeah, I do also have the like floating island bits that I need to finish and actually add into it. Oh, that's a really good one. Huh. Too bad I have to delete it. But yeah. Maybe I'll add a lotus flower there. And that. Think it's something like, I don't know. I'll figure it out later. But yeah. Water's not thing. And then, like, I have to figure out how to make a haze because the water turns into a haze a little bit later. Need to put something in this open space. I'm pretty sure it was another just, like, floating island. I do remember stating that I wanted to put some sort of hilly, no, cliff. Cliff is the word I'm going for, cliff. Over there, a little bit in the front to make it seem like it's a little bit more, what's the word for it? Accessible? Accessible seems like a good word. So I'm gonna go with accessible. Give me 1 second. There we go. Cat decided to come up and say hi, so I had to move him off the desk. But yeah, it would make the area seem a little bit more accessible for those lovely little protectors. A place for them to chill. I also think that's what we are going to do the floating islands for. Place for them to chill as well. And then obviously, I need to make this floating island better. More detail? But I guess that'll come in when I do the roots. And just not really big lines. But let's get started. Let's see, where should we start? Let's see. Obviously, I need to change the color of the ribbon. Let's start on these roots, though. Add more details to these roots. Make it look more like they're stealing this bit of landmass. Brown? Yeah. Let's go with the lighter brown and a thinner pen. Nope, you can barely see that color. There we go. See, all I am doing is I'm gonna add a bit of detail and line work. Sorta. More like in coloring in the gaps with the different color of brown. So it makes it look like it's still part of the tree. And the small lines will make it look like it's more barky type, which I think, or I could be all wrong and then it doesn't look like bark, but like, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Can always fix it later. Maybe. Maybe not. I might like it. Who knows? See, obviously I'm gonna need a 2-color situation, which I'm so glad I'm drawing with the tablet. The tablet makes these whole 2-color situations so much easier, since it's just a click of the pen. I'm switching between 2 different shades of brown, if it wasn't obvious, but like, yeah. 2 different shades of brown makes it easier, I guess. One's a tad bit lighter, the other's a bit darker. Zoom out. That looks good. Look at that. Look at that. That looks like a root. Yes, that is what that is called. That is a root. It is the root of the tree. Got it. Good job, guy. But that looks like a good root. I'm happy with it. We're just going to continue over here. Working on this one too. A nice good coloring situation going on. I guess. I don't know. Here we go. Kind of red, but that's okay, that's okay. Again, we're just adding a little bit of detail. I say a little bit of detail as I am coloring or drawing lines over this area. Coloring? Colors. Like back in grade school when you would color. When art was simple. No. No, yeah, when art was simple. When you would paint everything with your fingers. What am I talking about? I still do that. I still do that. Sometimes finger painting is the only way to go about it. It's the easiest way. Always the easiest way. Finger painting's fun. It wouldn't be fun unless you were making a mess anyways. Oof. Sorry about that. Anyways, oh no, I switched the colors so well. Yeah, finger painting was always fun when we were kids. And now. So, there's a moment in time. So, finger painting, right? There's adult events that you're capable of going to, which is pretty much like an adult painting class that allows beverages. Obviously you have to bring your own, so yeah. And I went to this adult painting class with one of my friends for her birthday, and my friend is amazing. She's an amazing artist. She's a little bit out of the box, which makes always and forever make going to this adult painting class a blast. Every time, I never know what she's gonna come up with. Like she will always deviate from whatever we're supposed to paint, right? It never fails. I've been to this class several times with her. Maybe not the same location. It's been different locations in different cities, but like, it's generally the same thing. So, and every time she deviates from it, and every time I don't think I've ever like stopped laughing. It's always the funnest thing to do, okay? So, our most recent one is painting her pet. And obviously, I paint the evil cat, I guess, in a way. But I paint my cat. He's a sweetheart at times, but sometimes he's not. So it was really hard. I had to find a picture of him not being mean or not glaring at me because I really didn't want to paint a glary cat. So I found this really cute picture of him just like curled up in a ball, his hand over his face. Super adorable. Only one of the few times that I get adorable picture of him before he realizes that I'm taking a picture and just glares at me. Very cat fashion-like. And she has a guinea pig? I'm gonna go guinea pig. I am pretty sure it's a guinea pig. Yes, guinea pig. But she does her guinea pig, right? And her guinea pig's really cute, just chilling there, eating its stalk of celery. salary. Salary? That is, no. Celery. Celery. Anyways, still just chilling there eating its stalk of celery. But, like, she was like, this isn't showing what, like, the guinea pig is actually right. Like, hey, my guinea pig isn't this super cute. He's hungry all the time, makes weird noises all the time, and is spoiled. So she was like, you know what? I'm gonna show his darker side of him. So she turned it into an animated character. What I mean by that is you have this super adorable, let's do a different color, looking guinea pig. I don't know how to draw a guinea pig, but this is my best bet without looking at one. Eating a thing, and then she was like, you know what, I don't know what ears that has, whatever. I'm gonna give it really, really mean eyebrows. Okay, cool. And eyebrows are not enough for this guinea pig, so she also decided to do the little vain angry mark. It's amazing. I don't know where she put the picture. I'm pretty sure it's probably hung up somewhere in her house. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. It was amazing, and it never fails to entertain me in the slightest. Any of her art when we do those classes. Ever. That was the most recent one. The one she did before that, we were doing a waterfall in like a forest, right? It's like a moon. Pretty sure it's a moon. Yes, that's a moon. So it was like a forest set with like a moon. It did pretty well. It's like water and waterfall. And she's like, it's not dangerous enough. Let's add an alligator. And then another one of our art. I don't remember what we were drawing. I just noticed that when I turned over to look at her painting, in the corner of her painting is Goku on the Nimbus. Again, never fails that she comes up with the best things. Oh no, that's blue. I messed my colors up. That's the wrong color. Here we go. Sure. But yeah, so that always fun. But back to where it all began. I was painting my cat, right? And so there's a moment in time where, like, my cat doesn't, in the picture, my cat has a nose, okay? But in the picture, the cat doesn't have a nose. So the teacher was walking around teaching everybody how to do their noses and, like, do the basic setup for the noses and everything. And while the cat was doing, like, while they were doing the basic setup for the noses, I was like, my cat apparently noseless today. So, I mean, I can't do that part. So I finger painted on the canvas because my cat has a lot of fur. So, finger painted on the canvas. Very furry cat. And I got bored because, like, the fur part wasn't until, like, the final bits of this painting. Wasn't until the final bits of the class where he actually teaches us, like, one-on-one on how to do the fur. And, like, so while he was doing that, I was just messing around because, like, you paint dries and you just paint over it and it's fine. Fun part about traditional painting, that is the undo button. Just wait until it dries and then paint over. It's not as easy as digital painting where I can do this and click Ctrl Z. Undo. But so I was just sitting there, like, finger painting, and the dude pops up and he's like, well, that's not a way I would go about doing fur, but I guess it works. And I'm like, yes. But, like, I'm not going to step ahead in class and do anything, so I'm just going to sit here and paint until, like, I have nothing else to do. So I guess that's how that worked. But yeah, it was definitely one of the most entertaining classes I've been in. This teacher is something. This teacher was like, don't worry about being perfect. No one's perfect. All you're gonna do is you're gonna step up, take a step back, and look at it and like, yes, this is a good painting. Look around and look back at your painting and like, yes, I'm doing well. There's actually a few people who stood up in class, looked around at their others' painting, looked back at their painting, look around at other painting, look back at their painting, like, yes, I'm doing well. And it was amazing. It was definitely a confidence booster for those who don't have any confidence. One moment. Is one of my friends. So, another set of friends that were with us, it's a couple. And they were painting their dog, and it was the most adorable thing ever. So there's two paintings. One of them being super, super cute. Another one looking a little bit derpy, but like adorable. Like, you have the one sitting there super smiley, tongue out, hi, and the other one's like, give me food. Cutest thing, right? But it's the same dog. But in the two pictures, they use different color materials. This shows how much like an actual like difference lighting makes. The dog is a white puppy, okay? So this white puppy in one picture was very like warmed light puppy. Very, very warm. Had like pinks and like the warm grays, very pretty. And then the other one, he was a darker one. So like the super happy picture had the warm colors and the derpy picture had like the cool colors, and it was the best thing ever. They're like, and it's like, this is why I like the lighting in art all together, because like you never know what's gonna happen. You never know. It's interesting. And then like one of my friends was talking about it. He was like, it confuses me and entertains me all at the same time that this happened and this is the same picture. We were painting the same puppy, and hers is such a brighter, happier picture. And it was like, well, her picture was already bright and happy, but like, it was definitely a very entertaining class, I have to say. But that class also has like, because I didn't get to finish my cat picture, okay? So my cat has a lot of fur, and I spent the last bit of the class just like chilling there doing nothing, and then doing nothing but painting fur. So like, I didn't finish my cat picture, okay? Traditionally, it's not impossible for me to finish. I do have all the necessary materials here at the house. I just have other things to do. Like, officially, I could totally be painting that right now, but like, I'd rather be here working on this picture, as I've been excited for it for a while now. And like, every day I think about it, and then I come up with more ideas to add to it, more things to change. And so like, super excited about finishing this one, which made me really, really happy, because now I don't have like the worry of finishing that one project for my friend. Now I have that out of the way. It's just like the final touches, if there was any. And like, there's like only one thing you wanted me to fix and touch. But like, if there was any like final touches on it that I needed to do, that's all that's left. So like, the basics of it was done and over with, and like, I'm just waiting for anything, or like see what he does with it, because I know the basis of what he's gonna do with it, but like the actually what is he gonna do with it, I can't wait to see where it goes and what he does. So like, that's, now that I'm actually done, I have time to spend more time on this, or actually work on some of my own projects that I was waiting on, because I kind of wanted to like finish that off before I started something new, even though it's my own personal project and something I wanted to do for myself, or something I promised others that I would do. It'd still be a personal project. I kind of wanted to finish his first because it's just something I needed to finish. It was something that they've been waiting for a while. So I'm excited that happened, and I'm excited to see where that goes. So now I get to do my own personal things, like I can finish off this one. And then I can, work on my own thing. And then do a few more, because I have another friend who, I was talking to. So, late night talks are always fun. Slightly delusional, don't know exactly where you're gonna go with it. You can bounce off of anything and everything, go from a world of animation to video games to, I don't know, beauty products. You never know. I think there was a moment in time we were talking about streams. We're also talking about lighting. And I was like, I don't have to worry about that. And then, we were talking about video games for a bit. My friend who I have another project that I'm gonna have him hop on and talk with us and help me with later on after I finish this one. Was playing Final Fantasy with us, but he's not like super into it. Like he is, but he isn't at the same time, which is fine. I'm not gonna push him to do it or anything, but like I'm happy that he is doing it at his own pace versus some of the other people who jumped in, since they decided they wanted to rush it and not like enjoy it as much as they could so they could catch up with us, and then like be burnt out on it. It's kind of hard. But like currently he's not doing that, which is a cool thing, and I'm really happy for it. Makes life a little bit easier, at least for him. And we're all kind of sort of stuck at this one spot anyways, which reminds me, isn't it patch day? Wait, didn't the patch drop? Ooh, I want to play. Okay, that'll wait. That can wait. I think we just have like a patch, and I think that just dropped. I could be wrong though, but I could totally double check that to see. Where would I double check that at? Here? No, Discord. What? Not the button. I think they did it. Or I could be looking for our list of information patch. Or I don't know, did it? I don't know. Or I could be mistaken. I'm pretty sure that I logged in the other day and there was maintenance that had to be done. I don't know. I could just log in and double check later. Right now I have a tree root to texture out, I think. That is what I'm doing. That is the proper word for this. Texture. Anyways, here we go. Yeah, but Final Fantasy is one of my favorite games. So it wasn't originally, I was going to start streaming with a video game. I was going to do .hack.gu, right? Definitely a fun game. There's a lot of grinding involved, so it'd be a lot of like just doing like dungeon stuff, which would be fun. But it's also one of my favorite games. And I've finished the first 3, but recently in the newer one, the remastered, they had a 4th one, and I haven't done that yet because I'm going through the first 3 again. I think I'm on the 3rd one currently. Maybe. Or I could be on the 2nd one. I don't know. I could just redo it. Because I know there's like a lot of stuff that I didn't grab and a lot of stuff that like I missed because I was trying to get to the 4th one. But like I can wait. I also have habits of not finishing games anyways because I don't like sad endings. And I don't like watching the sad endings on my TV. That's why it took me like so I bought the Final Fantasy 15 video game. So Final Fantasy is typically very storytelling based, right? I got to the final boss of that game and didn't beat it until like 2 weeks after getting to the boss because I did not want to watch the final scene. But I don't think that really counts because I bought Kingdom Hearts 3 a week after it came out and I still haven't finished it because I didn't want to watch the ending cutscene. I should finish that. I know another person who is like, you should finish the games, and I'm like, I don't want to. You guys tell me the endings. I don't need to watch it. You just find the video. I'm sure someone taped it. I'm sure someone recorded it. I got this. It's on the internet. I'm sure of it. Maybe. Even if it was, I'm not gonna look for it. No, to be completely honest, I'm surprised he didn't send me like the video of what happens in the end. Like, I know what happens in the end because people like physically told me what happens in the end. Like, I've heard what happens, but I haven't actually finished it myself or watched it. Should do that. I say I should do that, and I know for biggest thing is I'm not going to. I'm scared. I'm scared it's gonna end up like I'm scared it's gonna end up like 15 and like I'm gonna finish it and I'd be super sad and not touch video games for like 2 weeks and just like sit there crying in the corner upset over it because I remember what happened. It happens all the time. Video games and animations are one of the few things that do make me sad. Those don't look too bad. Oh, look at that. See, I can do things. I can make stuff look real-ish. Sometimes. Maybe. Who knows. It looks okay. That's all that matters, right? That's what I'm gonna go with. It looks okay. It looks like tree roots. That's all that matters to me. There we go. One thing I didn't do is I didn't think more of the story of what was going on here. I was more interested in like the drawing itself, and I totally forgot that there's a story that goes all along with the drawing, so I have no clue. But I do know that the whole story is based around trying to heal the tree. That I do know. I did figure that out. I did figure that out. Maybe because I might have just went over the notes that I wrote and read it somewhere. More unlikely that's exactly what happened. Well, I know the story is all about fixing this tree. And it has something to do with fruits. Like, I remember, okay, so the fruits part of the tree is these celestial beings, or whatever we call them. They are born as a fruit. So Rei is a dragon fruit. And then you have the one who followed her, which is a blueberry. And then one of the bad guys is a sour apple. I thought that was funny when I read that. I'm really happy with that one. I'm pretty sure not pretty sure, I know positively that one of the friends helped me come up with that character, the sour apple. It also helped me come up with like the design of that character, because I'm pretty sure there's a drawing of him somewhere. The sour apple is drawn out somewhere. And yeah. And then I know there's a couple of other fruits, like there are a pair of twin fruits, lemon and lime. There's yeah. But Rei, the Celestials, is based off of fruits. The Protectors, Celestials, are based off of fruits, so Rei is a dragon fruit. So that explains when I found her character drawing, her hair, which is I think it was white, black, and then like purple. And then Coda has red hair, and Bright has like bright, like white blue, like an icy blue hair. Jin reminds me of an entirely different story where all of the other characters in that story has colorful hairs as well. And the bad guys were the ones that didn't have colorful hair. I don't know where that story went. That looks good. Oh, hi, big group. There we go. You know, positive note, I'm really happy I figured out the music part of this, because I know there's a moment in time I was sitting here like jamming out to some music, like really quietly, got quiet for a moment because I was jamming out to music, and I'm like, oh yeah, you guys can't hear it. I don't know why, but like, I figured it out, guys. The more I do this, the more I figure things out that I messed up before, which is a good thing. Good thing. Learning. Never stop doing that. Never stop learning. Here we go. Which is also a fun thing about art, is that in the end you'll always continue figuring out, you'll change. You'll learn more, your base will grow. Which also kind of makes me think of like what I'm learning in school currently. Because like currently I'm doing something that I've already done before, but like on a deeper level. And even though I did part of it before, definitely one of those people that need to go over it several times and like be hands-on and do it myself, which is cool because like most of it is a hands-on class. It is art related, so you're gonna have to do it. But yeah, there was this one moment that I was supposed to go hang out with friends, right? And before I was hanging out with friends, I wanted to finish my homework. And my friend called to tell me that she was coming over. And I answered the phone. Not very happy answering the phone because I was trying to do my homework without like actually going with the tutorials. Because lovely school I have, they give me a tutorial. And I wanted to do it without the tutorials. I wanted to see how much I could remember. Because we've done, like I said, I've done it before. I just wanted to see, I couldn't remember anything. So like when she called, I was already in that frustrated mess of I can't remember what I was doing and how I do that. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, I don't remember what I was doing. And she was really confused because that's not normally the first thing you want to hear someone say when they answer the phone is like, hey, I don't remember what I was doing. But that's a weird way to be answering the phone, right? So yeah, very frustrating. But like she came in and she was like, are you okay? Like, I'm fine. Homework, not my friend. She's like, well, that's cool because I'm coming. I'm like, wait, what? But homework. She's like, well, finish it when I get there. I'm like, well, homework. She's like, finish it. Okay. So I did the tutorial base of it. And I kind of got it down. And then I finished it off. And then last night I finished homework. And happy enough, I didn't actually have to go step by step with the tutorial. There's a moment in time I was ahead of the tutorial, which was really nice. That means I'm catching on. I'm understanding it. There we go. That is the wrong color. There we go. Blend it in. We go. And that was the wrong color. There we go. Look at that. All nice and pretty. Starting to look like bark. Oh. Yeah. So, Final Fantasy again. I was hanging out with friends, we were doing things, and we were talking about some of the things that, like, art came out. And, before our lovely event that put the world and life on hold for some people, I was working at a coffee shop. And at the coffee shop, there was a few guests who like interesting things or very entertaining things, and they always like to push my boundaries and see how far I can go with when it comes to the latte art. Very, very sweet people, but it was lovely how, like, randomly out of nowhere, one of the customers, you can't even call them customers because I ended up being friends with them, so one of the guests who popped up was like, today, I want a unicorn. I don't know how to make a unicorn. That's okay. Because by the end of the week, you'll know how to make a unicorn. I'm like, wait, what? You're gonna come back every day and ask for a unicorn? Yes. I saw you do a horse. If you can like do a horse, you can do a unicorn. I'm like, no, the horse. But the horse was just like an oops. But Leo, look, it looks like a horse. It's like, yeah. But now it's time to make that oops into something you do on purpose. So I had to make a unicorn. It did not look good, guys. It did not look good, but hey, I did it. I made a unicorn. I was very proud of myself. I have no clue. It's on my Instagram. You have to scroll back a bit, but it's there. And I made a unicorn. And like, it's not the best unicorn, but like what I had and what I was doing for the time and like the limited amount of time that I had to make that because people kept coming in. I did okay. I'm very happy with it, right? So, unicorn. Which also made me think of the time where I spent a good solid like 15 minutes drawing a red panda on my coffee. I'm like, we're not supposed to have... Okay, so obviously most works, you're not... When you're working, you typically don't have your phone in your hand because it becomes a really big distraction, right? But I was using my phone at the time. I had to have like my phone off to the side, so it's slipping. Like every time a guest would come in, I would move my phone and hide my phone, and then I would go back and look at my phone again when I was drawing the picture, right? So I was lucky enough to have one of my coworkers with me. She's the sweetest thing. Sweetest coworker. I would love to work with her again. If I would ever go back to a coffee shop, one of the people would love to work with again. Definitely, like, no problem. We didn't really, I don't even, like, did we have issues? I don't think we ever actually had an issue. That's one of those people, like, you never fight with, like, you got along. Anyways, sweetest coworker, she came in and she started, like, noticing that I was really into this, like, one thing I was doing on the coffee. So she started, like, helping along. Well, obviously she was doing her job, but she was also helping. So, like, instead of having me be distracted, like, taking care of the guest orders, she took care of the orders first for me, and I would just, like, make the coffee, put it off to the side so I could go back to making whatever I was making, which was a red panda. So, by the time I finished this red panda, it was cold coffee, okay? It was not hot coffee anymore. It was definitely more like a lukewarm situation going on. Which was okay because it was mine. It was lukewarm. I don't know if I have a picture of it. If I do, it's on the Instagram. But it was lukewarm. Lavender vanilla latte. Yes, because it's what I typically go for. It was a lukewarm, ended up being like a lukewarm but lavender vanilla latte, but like, yo, it had a really good picture of like a red panda. So the problem was that I was obviously, it had to be off to the side, so like if it's like, then there's a moment in time that we didn't get too busy and she was capable of doing part of it by herself. I'm like, I can't hug the espresso machine because like she's, during that time I believe she was still learning how to do latte art herself. So because she was still learning on how to do it herself, I didn't want to like make it hard on her and stop her from learning. So there'd be times when I would back away and let her do her thing. So if we weren't like super busy where you needed both of us, I would back away from the machine and let her do her thing. So there's a moment when she was doing, so she was making her coffee, or no, she was making a coffee for a guest, right? And as she was making the coffee for a guest, the guest pops up to where we push out the coffee for you to look at it, but that's where I was standing when I was making mine, when I was doing the art on mine. So he ends up going, looks at hers where she made a really pretty Rosetta coffee, okay? Her latte art was on point. That coffee she handed off, it was on point. I was so proud of her. Very pretty, right? But he was distracted by mine because I was doing like the final touches on my coffee. She was like, "What are you making?" I was like, "What does it look like?" He was like, "It looks like a sloth." I was confused. Honestly, legit, like, super confused. I don't know where sloth came into it, but, like, I'm not gonna argue with the poor kid. He's a law student. His brain is probably just, like, law stuff. It had to do with animals, maybe. I don't know. You people who are law students are amazing, and, like, I don't know how you do it. Too much patience. I don't have that. But you guys are amazing, and I'm proud of you. Congratulations on everything and all your tests. Got this. Same for you doctors out there. I believe in you. Got this. What other big things? Veterinarians. I know you veterinarians. Thank you for taking care of our animals. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. I don't know. All you people were in school. I believe in you. You got this. Yeah, that's all I got. Anyways, doctor. No. Lawyer person. Lawyer. Law student kid was like, holy crap. I'm like, no, it's not it's not a sloth. I don't know how to draw a sloth. It's a red panda. He's like, holy crap, you drew that? It's like, yeah. Like, yeah. As I'm sitting there next to the coffee, with like this pointy stylus thing, a cup of slightly watered down, not even watered down because I mixed it with steamed milk, so like still watered down, like what is it? What was it? Chocolate. So like slightly watered down chocolate, and like I just looked at him, and like, so you had the one that was like steamed milk and chocolate, and then you had the other one that was like caramel, but I had like to water that down with milk as well. So like the consistency made it easier for me to like actually like draw with it. So I'm just sitting here with like these two cups, one tilted. I'm just like, yeah, I drew it. He was like, okay, cool. So if I come in tomorrow, are you gonna be here? I'm like, I'm here every day. It's like, cool. I'm gonna come in tomorrow. I want a cat. Like, wait, what? Like, I don't care how long it takes you. I want a cat. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yes. He's like, I'm gonna tell you now. This is my personal coffee, and it's lukewarm. It's fine. I want a cat. I'm like, all right. He came in the next day. He looked at me. I didn't forget. I want a cat. I'm like, okay. So I made him a cat. And then like the next time he comes in, he brings somebody with him. So he has a guest with him. He's like, it was her. She did it. She was the one who made the cat. I was like, wait, what? I'm not known as the cat lady, right? It's like, currently, yes, you are known as the cat lady, but that's only because you're known as coffee cat lady. I'm like, I don't know if that's better. She's like, I showed off my picture of the coffee. She wants one. You want a cat? So no. Can you do another animal? I'm like, yeah. Like, okay, good. I want a dog. Like, okay, what type of dog? And she's like, can you do a basset hound? I'm like, probably. But I want to give you a fair warning. When you get this coffee, it's going to be lukewarm. That's fine. Are you sure? Positive. Cool. And then look at the dude. I want another cat. It's like, good thing I have some practice with the cat now, so I can pull out the cat a little bit faster than like a basset hound, because I actually have to look that one up. So yeah, that was a good time. And then like that person ended up having like I think he had like a class that he was super into, or like he needed to study a lot more, so he didn't come in as much. But like every time he came in, I always asked for a cat. After that, if he saw me, if he didn't see me, he got like something else. But he would sit there and he would wait for the cat, which I thought was really cool. I had fun with that. That is one thing I'm really sad about, is I really do miss making coffee. Making coffee was fun. I would totally do it again, but like I'm now terrified of the outside world. You guys are scary. Just want to point that out. You guys out there are scary. I believe in you. I believe in all of you. Please stay safe. So people who are like me that are scared, can go back outside. Because sometimes we need to touch grass too. Just saying. The outside world, it should be available for everyone. Anyways. Now that I'm thinking about coffee, I had a friend of mine who gave me, who for Christmas had bought me coffee beans, and then probably realized later she probably doesn't have a coffee grinder. And then for my birthday bought me a coffee grinder. So now I have a coffee grinder. And I have beans. So I can make myself coffee. But I'm a basic person. And I like lattes. So now I have to figure out how to do that. I know there's a way of doing it. It just happened to be the fact that I have to do research about trying to figure out how to do it. And currently all my research is being used on other things. Well, not all my research, I should say. But all the brain power to remember that I need to research things has been used on other things. And mayhap some reading. As I did that. I was reading Ready Player One last night. This morning. I'm pretty sure it was this morning. While my friends were playing some very old music. Which kind of fit in with the fact that I was reading Ready Player One. So that was fun. I should finish the book. Maybe after this. Because I do know something that I was supposed to do later happened to be canceled a few moments ago. So like, now I have more time to do other things. So I think I have homework to finish. I think I have homework to finish. That's okay. Probably not doing later. I could double check that. Well, that means I can read. It's been a while since I read. Wait, nope. That's a lie. I finished a book in February. Yeah. There's a moment in time where there was not much that I could do because stuff happened. So while stuff was happening, I got to use a flashlight and I got to read a book. And I finished my book. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't remember which book it was that I finished. There were plenty of them up there. I don't know what it was. That's silly. Where am I gonna remember? No, I do remember. So it wasn't one book, I finished 2 books, okay? It's a wonderful story. It's Just One Day and then Just 1 Year. It's a cute little love story about a girl who stepped out of her comfort zone and while she was overseas with her friend and was upset because she went to do this whole teen adventure thing, Bob. Like tour trip thing with her friend? I don't remember. So she did this whole teen tour trip thing with her friend. And as she was doing this teen tour tape thing with her friend, there was a moment where she had to unfortunately like not go to Paris, and Paris was one of the things that she was looking forward to the most, and she was upset she didn't get to go. So her and her friend has, I think, family, and I don't know, London or something. I don't know. And so the two of them get to stay in Europe 2 days longer than the rest of the people in the group. So they had plans to go see a musical, I think, or like go shopping. I don't remember. Hi, Kitty. Welcome back to the desk. I told you to get off. Anyways, I don't know. It's been a while. I don't have a good memory. Anyways, but like they saw this musical, and instead of watching like Hamlet in theaters, she watched a outside theater play thing, and one of the people she watched it was some Shakespeare in the Park, I think. Something like that. And while they were doing Shakespeare in the Park, something happens. She catches a coin, and of the actor, and doesn't see him again after that. But like she's now on a what was it? While they're on the train to go back to her friends on the train to go back, her friend are on the train to go back to somewhere. I think like the cousin's place or something. She ends up seeing the dude, and he listens to her complain about not being able to see Paris, and he was like, well, why don't you go? And she was like, well, why should I go? And she was like, well, I can take you. And she was like, wait, what? Like, we can spend a day in Paris. Nothing bad's gonna happen, right? And they're like, wait, what? So she does something she normally doesn't do, and she says yes. So now she's spending a day in Paris with this dude that she's never met before. It's a very exciting adventure. It's a very sweet story. Super sweet. Definitely should go about and read it. But like, that one is just for a day. So that's her side of the story on what happened with her. And then it goes on to like what happens after the day they spend together, and then it goes on with what happens, how she goes back to try to find him later on, and all that jazz. And then just for a year is his side of the story, right? And how he's going to attempt to look for her and gives up looking for her, and I don't know. Anyways, how he goes to look for her and ends up figuring out that she finds him. And it's a cute little love story. I enjoyed it. Just I think that author wrote another set of books that I enjoyed. If I could. Oh, If I Stay Where She Went. That's another love story. And If I Stay turned into a movie. Oh, that was a wonderful one. I was so excited to watch that movie. They did well. Definitely something I could. I need to go watch that again. But then again, I'm also reading Ready Player One, which makes me want to watch Ready Player One, and I have that movie, so after reading it, I'm probably gonna watch it and then get sad because like I know the book and the movie are two different parts, but it's fine. Just sometimes you have to see like the full version. Sometimes your imagination isn't enough. Sometimes you have to see it with your own eyes instead of just imagining it in your head. I don't know what's going on with this route, but I like it. I do know it is, whoa, zoomed in too much. I do know it is a little too light on this side, so I need to darken it. Do a different color though. There we go. Switch it to a darker. That's not dark enough. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Book adventures. That is something I do like about books, that they're capable of like, oh, so story. So in school, I got in trouble a lot for reading, which is fine. That's it. Did I get bullied for reading a lot? No. But during that time, it's also really hard to bully somebody whose friend is like 6 foot something and just like stands there and glares at you, while the short person is just like, I don't know what's going on. So like in school, I was definitely super oblivious to things, right? Because typically, most of the time, I had my head in a book. Because adventures in books were more entertaining than school. So, where is that color from? Whatever. But yeah, like I said, most of the time stories and books are much more entertaining than real life. But there was a moment in time that I was so into a book that I pretty much put myself into like autopilot and got in trouble for it. I got the book in like, I got the book at lunch. And I remember putting the book down for my English class. And I remember putting the book down for no, I think that was it. I put the book down for my English class. Every other class I was in I was reading the book because I don't remember the class. But then again, I just stated that I don't have a good memory. But I autopiloted so bad that I went and from the class onto the school bus, into unlocking the door, into laying on the couch, into being pretty much how I claimed it to be, was like woken up by my mom yelling at me for not doing the chores. As I was just sitting there laying on the couch, school clothes still on because we had uniforms back then, shoes still on, which I normally would take off before walking in, backpacks just like thrown off to the side, definitely like not put up as normally I would put that in my room because I don't want my little brother messing with it. I don't know. But just like neglect everything that I would have done because I was so into this book that I legit did not realize that I was home. It was amazing. Do you remember what the book was called? No. I think it has something to do with the lioness. I want to go with like Alana the lioness. I don't know. whatever, I was super, like, extremely into this book that I was like, I didn't even realize, like, I was home until my mom was yelling at me. And then I just kind of looked at her dumbfounded, and I'm just like, when did I get back? She's like, what do you mean, when did you get back? It's just like, I was reading. She was like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand. Use words. Speak English. And like, I am. I was just reading my book. I didn't realize that I walked home. And I didn't realize I was just chilling here. She was like, that's the worst excuse I've ever heard of. And I'm like, well, too bad. It's the only one you get. I think that was amazing, though. One of my most entertaining stories, at least ones I enjoy the most, is the fact that I got in trouble for reading a book. It was also that happened in math, too. It was one of my math classes. We were reading To Kill a Mockingbird, right? So I had my own personal To Kill a Mockingbird book, but at the same time the school would provide a book. So the school provided To Kill a Mockingbird for us to read, and the teacher would let us take it home. Well, at the same time, the teacher forgot that she already handed out the book, so she handed out another set. So I had 3 of them, and so I already read it, right? So I was reading it in math. For once, I was actually ahead in math, because, like, normally I'm not good at math, but this is geometry, and for some reason, to me, geometry is 10 times easier. Like, I understand geometry. You take this number, you put in some little equation thing, and it pops out the thing. Congratulations, you have the answer to your problem. Geometry was super easy for me for some reason. So, like, I already finished the geometry homework for the day, right? And then, like, they taught us a lesson. She gave us a workbook. I finished a workbook. So I had the homework finished for the day before. And I had the work finished for that day. And I'm not one of the students who's like, hey, you forgot to turn in the homework. Do you want the homework? I'm not one of those. What I do, though, is I'll take the homework and I'll put it on the corner of my desk. And then I would take the work that I did for the day, and I would put it on the opposite corner of my desk. So when I was done with both of them, I would have them on the corner of my desk, but I would pull out the book to read. And for some reason, like, the teacher didn't believe that I finished the work, which was, like, okay. I mean, like, it was faster than normal. Even, like, the super smart cookie in class hadn't finished the work for the day. But that was only because the super smart cookie in class was like, I'm also gonna do tomorrow's. I'm just gonna do tomorrow's homework as well. So the super smart cookie in class was, like, definitely getting ahead of everybody, instead of just doing, like, just being a smart cookie, right? And did homework as well, their homework for the day, because they probably had, like, a fudge ton of homework, and they would use their class time to do homework. So let's say I would have to do at home. It makes sense, but, like, I didn't have much to do at home. So, like, I was reading a really good book, so I decided to read my really good book instead. And the teacher was not very happy with me reading the book. She was like, you need to finish your work. And I look at her and I give her, like, the work. But before, like, I would give her the work, she took my book from me. So I looked at her and gave her the work that I did for the class, like the finished work for the class. And I pulled out the book, flipped over to the exact same page I was reading before she took the book from me, and continued. Right? Then she would take the work, she would go back to her desk, and she checked it. She would look up and saw that I was reading the book again, looked at her desk, saw that the book was on her desk and I didn't get up to go get it, and looked back at me. And this time I was actually, like, paying attention. So she came back to me, she looked at me, she took the book again, she saw the homework off to the side, grabbed the homework as well, and sat back down. And then did not enjoy the fact that I was staring at her, reached into my backpack, pulled out the third book, flipped it over to the page, then looked down and continued reading. I think she gave up at that point, because I know at that point that I got all my books back. And she didn't take any of my books again. So I think I won. But that was definitely a fun class. Books. I'm just trying to think of any other stories that I have with books, but I can't truly think of any. Now I'm just super excited to continue reading. We'll do that later. So I'm really, really happy how these roots came out. Look at that. Look how pretty they... Hold on, you can't see anything. Look how pretty those came out. Right. So it's details on roots, and I promised I would do details on the rock, and I'm just chilling here on roots. So I should do that, right? No, roots. The tree deserves detail, right? Because I'm giving up on the leaves temporarily. I haven't decided on what I was going to do with them. So, give the tree some detail. Give the tree some life. Do I know what I'm doing? No. Promise. No clue? No earthly clue. No clue at all. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. Yeah. Now I'm thinking of the tree. I'm thinking of the game Tales of Symphonia, because that had something to do with the tree. And a person I was talking to who enjoyed Tales of Symphonia, the game, as well, was just like blah 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 blah. It gave me a lot of information on the tree that I don't honestly remember. Completely honest, don't remember it. But the amount of information was overwhelming, so like I understand this person definitely gets like super into the lore, which is pretty cool when I'm interested in the lore as well. But I was interested in the lore, but I just kind of wanted to play the game, so I wasn't interested. I wanted to learn things on my own. Oof. Well, yeah. Where did I mess up? This looks so weird. Whatever. Oh, look at that. I fixed it. Less weird looking. Eraser is my friend. So what's the undo button? Go. Detail over here. I see. Okay. It needs to be darker. Oh. I was not expecting this in this song. Then again, I don't know. Here we go. There we go. Huh? accidentally turned on precision mode and I got confused. I didn't know what was going on. It happens a lot. Like this time my confusion wasn't out loud, which is really weird because normally I'm making really weird noises when I'm confused. This time it was quiet. Which makes it sad because at least this time I'm not being recorded. Wait, what? No, that's wrong. This time I am being recorded. So noises would have been entertaining. We go. No, honestly, how would I, how do you draw a rock? Like, how do you do details on rocks? I need to figure that out too. Only thing I could think of is like cracks. And probably like shading. Yep. For the time being, I guess I could just like color and see what happens. Color. Time to mess around and see what looks good. That's pretty much what I did with the trees, and that worked out. Oh. I like how I said I wasn't going to do the rock, but like it started to bother me and now I wanted to do it, so yep, here we go. That looks like a crosshatch. Here we go. I think. I guess. Oh, it's okay. Maybe. I don't know. I know I can't just leave it like this. That's all I know. There has to be a way to do something. What do rocks look like? They have indentions. They're not all straight. They're all bumpy and raggedy, and that looks like it's on purpose. It's definitely not something that would be on purpose, but it's something that would be on accident. So, like, pretty much kind of just do what I want, right? This moment in time, this is when I would just kind of like throw paint on a canvas and let it lay in wherever it wants. Pretty much, I guess it's the same thing that was going on here. I don't like that light. I guess. Yeah, that looks good. That works. I think. Maybe. While I'm using it. Too bad. Guess for the moment, I guess I'll be zoomed in here. Lighting or adding details? I don't know. There we go. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had any issues with like drawing or like figuring out how to do rocks before. Slightly stressful, I think. I feel like this spot should be darkened and like there's a crack in it right here. That I feel like. Yeah, I think that works. Let's add cracks everywhere. Let's go. I feel like this is something definitely that I'd have to like... Is this a new layer? Yes, it is. Definitely something I'd have to like research. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. I spent weeks on cave walls. How did I do that? Just implement what I did on a cave wall here. Right? That's how that works. So how did I do the cave wall? I think I did this. Yep, that's exactly what I did. Alrighty then, let go. Time for color pencils. Color pencils for the win. But at least my cave walls weren't gray. My cave walls were like orangish. Kinda like it was thinking more like a canyon cave wall. I think that's where that came from, and why it was like orangish, gray. Very warm colored cave wall. So there we go. Looks like those are the two colors I'll be switching between for the time being. And we're back to doing cave walls. That is to say, spending 3 weeks on cave walls was a nightmare. I was really mad at caves for a while. I felt really bad for my friends because all they did was tune in and just hear me just complaining about caves and how much I hated drawing them and how horrible they are. But I don't think it ever changed the fact that I hate drawing water more than anything. Water confuses me. Also said that about glass, but then I found a trick for glass, so I'm not super confused over glass anymore. And you know what? There's probably a trick for water too. I just haven't figured it out yet. And that's normally how it goes. There's a trick to do a lot of things. You don't always have to make things hard on yourself. You just have to figure it out. Or find it. And someone figured it out already. And learn from them. You don't have to do everything by yourself. I will eventually learn that. For now, haven't found the trick for the water yet, so I dread water. Did find it thanks to my art class that I did with my friends. There was a trick for like animal eyeballs, so that was fun. Look at that, more details. I'm so proud of myself. Oof. Told you guys, it'll end up looking good at the end. To be honest, I'm thinking about after doing all of this is uploading a speed painting video of it since I'm recording all of it anyways, so I might as well. That way you guys can see it go super fast and vroom vroom. And then you have less of me talking as if I know what I'm talking about and more actual art information or like visual, which I think would be cool. It's also something I'm doing with some of the other projects is I'm drawing it and recording at the same time so you can have a visual or speed painting of it. Is it gonna make any sense? No. Does any of my art make sense? No. Does it just kind of sort of happen? Yes. Is that how it's always gonna be? Yes. It's just gonna sort of happen. And eventually it'll look okay. And that's all that matters to me. It'll look okay in the end. It'll look okay. I don't know. I might have an issue with this stupid wall thing again, though. I already see it coming. I already see me getting mad at this because it feels like the cave all over again. But even if it feels like the cave all over again, it's gonna look good. I know it will, because the cave ended up looking good. I was super proud of it, but like I'm sitting there and I'm gonna erase all this. There we go. Knew something was off. The pencil wasn't big enough. Look at all those lines. Isn't that pretty? So many lines. There's so many of them. Sorry, lines ended up being very, very intense for a moment. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. Yeah, anyways, drawing these lines stole a lot of my concentration. It's definitely bringing back this cave. Ooh, I should ask. Maybe I can show that. So, like, the cave I was talking about earlier is a story I was doing with my coworker when we were working at the coffee shop. We were doing this, story that we were going to turn into a web comic. At least part of it was going to be a web comic. I don't know if there was going to be a continuation of the web comic or anything, but I do know that we were aiming to turn the story into a web comic and put it in for a competition piece. But like, we didn't finish it in time, which is fine. Definitely, like, we needed more than a month's worth of time to do it, since I was doing the drawing by myself. and having 5 chapters done in a month by myself without actually having it like storyboarded and like having the storyline put into place, and like all the story stuff wasn't finished yet, so like it was hard to do by myself. So it's like, it's okay that I didn't finish it. I think there was a really, really basic, not super pretty, but like it kind of worked chapter 1. Like, definitely the more I grow as an artist, it would be definitely one of those pieces. Well, that chapter would definitely be one of the ones that I would like to like go back over and do again to show like how much I improved. It was definitely one of those chapters, which was fine. Those chapters are definitely something needed. You always need something to compare your before and after. But yeah. The first chapter was done. The second chapter is where all the caves were that pissed me off for like 3 weeks. Where I spent most of my time. And most of the things that I was drawing was that I was sitting there drawing so much that I was talking in chat, like Discord chat. Or Discord call. I was in a Discord call with all my friends, and they could tell how well the drawing was going with how much noise I made. And like, I was drawing that piece so much that I wasn't playing video games as much, so that's why I was on chat with, like, was on the call with them. So I'm pretty sure my friends were very entertained about my hysteria and the insanity that came with drawing caves. I feel like they were very entertained by my cave situation. Should double check that. Totally ask. Did you really, really enjoy my caves? And the insanity that came with them? As I know there's like a few of them, there was a few caves that are really, really, like really well done. And then there's a few caves that you could totally tell, like, I gave up halfway through. Like, nah, whatever, it's done now. And then, like, I got really mad at myself for giving up halfway through. And I went back and redid them. You could see it. It was amazing. And I feel like the exact same thing's gonna happen here. At least for this part, because you won't have to think. I don't think I'm gonna have to need this much details for the ones in the back. But then again, said I don't need that much detail. Well, look what I did. Like, I wonder. Oh, look how pretty that is. You know what? I'm just gonna watercolor it. Look how well they mix together. Look at that. Ah, it's so pretty. I totally forgot about watercolors. I wonder if my life would have been easier with the cave if I just did watercolors. You know, completely honest, it probably would have been easier. Make this brush bigger. Look at that! Look at that! Oh, I'm so happy with it. Definitely like a blending moment here. Oops. Is this the one I'm working on? Yes, so I feel like this has to go under here. There we go. Look at that. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, that is too big. Ah, it's too big too. There we go. Obviously, it's gonna need a little bit more detail because it's just definitely just like blending colors together. But that looks so much better. Look at the color blending! I think I'm gonna say this every time I play with watercolors, but I miss watercolors. I think I actually have like watercolor paint somewhere. Even if I were to pull out the traditional paints and watercolors, I don't think I would know what to do. I'd have to ask. Someone give me something to do. Give me a topic. Give me an idea. Lego. Blend the strokes together. Fingertip. No. Blend. There we go. This is just kind of blending the strokes together to where it doesn't look too bad. I don't think it looks bad at all. I'm actually really happy with this. I'm so happy that I looked at the mountains and remembered that I was doing all of that with like watercolor. Just saying. Just a tad bit of like, oh yeah, watercolor. I should use it more often. It's obviously gonna be like, I need to erase this part here. That doesn't belong. That's okay. Oh, this looks so much better. I did so much like details on the tree. At least these roots. I feel like I should just probably like basically almost finish this part before anything. Look at this. There we go. Gray. Watercolor detail would go. Sitting here as if I do it all the time. I don't. This pen is so big. And this watercolor thing is so big. Apparently this one, oh it does! Look at that! Ooh. All the experimentation. Oh, anyways, what I was back to what I was saying. Apparently this specific one I'm using emphasizes texture. Which it does. that location's a little harder to see, but maybe if I use a different color? It does, though. Yeah. But I wonder, if I do this on a different layer, would it have a different impact? It would. Look at that. Looking at that. Would have to do a darker color though. Yes, it kind of blends, but that's okay. Because it did the same thing over here. Coolios. That's awesome. What was I using before? Was I using this one? Yeah. Adding little details here and there. That's details you can do. Watercolor. Watercolor brush. Look at that. Look at the pool it does. Oh, it pulls so much color down. Oh. The texture it gives. I should probably stop, like, actually, like... Stop playing around. Maybe not. Playing around is always fun. Actually add a pen. Do details in this spot. Why do I feel like that's wrong? It's because it's the tree that makes it wrong. There we go. Back to this one. And then to the watercolor. Didn't watercolor? Was that the one I was using? Yes. Blendy! Just adding detail to certain areas, making things darker than they should be, lighter in some, I guess. I don't know. I know this is supposed to look like a rock, but I think I'm having too much fun with the watercolor for it to be a rock now. Or it could still look like a rock, I don't know. Maybe by the time I'm done it'll look like a rock. I think I should switch the color this is on though. Go back to that. Is there a darker version of that? Yeah, there we go. I have to say, it doesn't really look like a stone anymore. It looks like you just ripped out dirt. So I guess I should go with like gray at the bottom or further down. So at least that part will look stony. Or, I don't know. It just looks pretty cool. I'm enjoying this one. Ooh, look at that. I forgot how much I enjoyed how much watercolor blends with each other. The microphone was shaking. I thought the cat was playing with it. accidentally hit it. Look at that! Oh! This is gonna look so cool when it's done. This music totally fits in with like what my brain is working with right now. And it's like super happy. And I am enjoying it. And there we go. Ooh. I feel like that should be a darker area though, right there. I don't know. And pulling the colors down. I say I'm pulling the colors down when I'm not. It's okay. I'll blend it in. Oh, well, apparently I added that deck over here, which helps. Cool. Oh, well, erase. Huh. I was not expecting that for this song. An interesting drop. Ooh. I feel like that needs more like a pin detail situation there. It's the wrong color for the pin detail situation though. There we go. Wait, doesn't watercolor and pen go well together? I feel like I've seen this before. I feel like it was like, oh, so there's this one shop I went to who had like, so they were pretty cool. They made really interesting drinks and they had like a pool table. It was definitely like a place where you just to chill and hang out with your friends. Or like, it was quiet, so it was more like a study spot. And then like, there was like this random time when it was like a karaoke area, but like, you can't really claim it. It's definitely a place for like teenagers to hang out. It's very cool. But what I do remember about this place was it would always have like paints on the paints. It would have like portraits or like artists like stuff on the artist stuff. Why can't I like projects? It would have like the artist projects on the wall, like finished portraits and things like that. And then one of the things that I would remember the most would be like this watercolor, what was it? Koi fish. And like, so the watercolor of the koi was so pretty. And like, now that I'm thinking about it, I remember that they did the details of the koi with like a pin. And like, it had like white, so there's like a white pen, which makes me think of like a gel pen, but I'm pretty sure there's like white ink out there somewhere. Which makes me want to go find it, because I know they have like, I don't know if it's like white pen ink, or just white ink in general. But like, I know you can use like the, what are they called? Paints? Paint, like the marker paint things, like paint pen? I know those exist, but I know those can be relatively hard to work with when you want like details. Cause sometimes the paint pen thing would like come out, or wouldn't come out at all. My experience with them were not fun. it would either would come out or it would not come out, and if it did come out, it just like splattered everywhere. Definitely one of the harder situations to go about. I think I'm right with the pen. Adding the details of the pen makes it look better. Look at that. I don't know what I'm doing, but it looks cool. I'll take it. Go back to the watercolor. Cover. For the time being. Oh, never mind. I am blending. Look at that. That doesn't help at all. It's questioning where the color went. What are you doing, kitty? I don't know what you're doing, but you should probably stop. You're probably making a mess and I don't have time. Oh, nope, no mess. Cool. That means nothing to clean up. He was just messing with something. Kitty doing the kitty things. That's what he does best, is kitty things. Why does that seem so... seems so weird right there? I don't know. I think I need more brown for that spot. So... I feel like that spot's like just like a random drop to nowhere. But like, isn't this entirety of this thing a random drop to nowhere? I don't know if I'll keep it. There we go. 5. Oh yeah, I remember what was going on. I wanted this part to be gray to look like stone. Brain. Oh. I can just blend it. It'll look... whatever. The rest of it will look like stone. And that, whatever that is. That's definitely gonna need some brown to fix that part. Do that. It needs to be darker. Because up there needs to be darker. Go. Ooh, I'm gonna have to change the pin nub to my pen soon. I can feel it. It feels weird. It's not as smooth, or it's no, it's too smooth. I don't know. I don't know what word that would be. It feels scratchy. I don't want it to scratch my tablet, because that'd be a pain to work with. This definitely, since I need... How much longer do I need you? I mean forever, but like... Can't upgrade you yet. And I need you till like the end of school. Whenever that is. There we go. See this right here? These downward stroke stuff is what I did all the time when I was doing the cave part. So it would start with like downward strokes. And then like, because I was like, it needs more texture, more detail, I would go back over it with like a different color using pretty much cross-hatching it, so it would have like sideways strokes to show more details, and it would be a smaller like pin, a smaller size, and that was a pain. It made me sad. I kind of like how this is looking. I might actually go over it again. Not on this layer, but on a different layer. Or like the other crosshatch. Yeah, I think I might do that. And do it a different color? Oh, that's blending well. Like, I know it would blend well, but like, oh yeah, there's a texture one. I'll use that. I'll finish the blending and then I'll revert. That's not a word. I will go over it with the texture pen that I found earlier. That makes more sense. That's proper. Not whatever I was attempting to say earlier. Just finishing this blending process. There we go. Doesn't look too bad. You can definitely tell where I was like, I need to emphasize this, so I'm gonna do harder strokes here. And where I didn't do full strokes, that over here. That's okay. And here's where I will switch over to this emphasize texture. And then probably not go the same direction. Here we go. More comfortable. I had to move the angle of the tablet I was working on. So when I go do the up and down one, it's not like actually like twisting my body up and down. So it's not as awkward, but like it's still awkward apparently. I believe in me. I don't know. I don't like this color. Why do I feel like that's a lighter color? Oh, because it is. Since it's emphasizing the texture, it's going to show up as a lighter color, isn't it? Or not. It just will not spot. Shame. See. There we go. See. There we go. The question is, should I make this pen bigger? Or is this okay because I'm just doing it for like the texture part? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll probably just not like it and toss it. We shall see. We go. I don't know, I kind of like the cross hatching here. Definitely adds texture. Gives it a tad bit more detail, but like, I don't know, I feel like I messed up. It's just like this area seems off. So, start over. Also kind of feel like I'm drawing hair, which is a weird sensation. I don't like it. Because I know I'm not drawing hair. Whatever. So... wherever this song is from, it feels very familiar, but it could also due to the fact that I was listening to nothing but meme songs last night with my friends. And I blamed them. That doesn't look too bad. It's definitely like I'm giving this spot a little bit more because it's like inside the mountain type feel. That makes sense in my brain. So erase that. Or I can just do the pen. And then just make the pen smaller. Same thing. Pretty much gives the same feel. Obviously, deeper you go in, the darker it gets, so... then the outside feels like I need to lighten it a bit. Ooh, that's too bright. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. Top parts definitely needs like a lighter brown instead of a gray though. Yeah, I like it. Maybe not that color. Or that color. Or that color. Now it's just like a pile of messing around with colors until I find the one I like. It's not a light color though. I just feel like that's too bright now. How do I fix this? Ever. I'll fix that one. It's okay. Blend it in a bit. Doesn't look too awkward. And then go back inside the cave and make it darker again. Ooh, too dark. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that looks so pretty. So proud of myself here. And you see, this right here is the reason why I was okay with the 3 weeks of torture that I went through for those caves. Because somehow, shape, or form, after all of that, they ended up looking okay. Some of them I thought looked good. And I was proud of myself for it. This right here, this process, this is what I did. And like, it's amazing like how sometimes things start off interestingly and like it starts off not the best, but somehow, some way, shape, or form, it ends up like this. This is why I enjoy art, because even in the beginning, if it looks like crap, if you work on it, if you try hard enough, if you progress, if you keep pursuing what you were doing and try to make yourself better, and realize that there are parts that were wrong and parts that are right, and figure out like maybe this doesn't work but this does, you'll end up progressing and becoming better at your craft. And then you'll have something like this, something you can be proud of, something you're willing to show people, let people see. And I now think that I'm silly for like hiding this process from people. Think I'm silly the fact that I was sitting there worried that no one's going to enjoy my art or anything I say because meh. But like then again, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not really matter what other people think or say as long as I'm enjoying it. And look at this, I am definitely enjoying it. Although it does take a lot of brain power, so like talking and drawing sometimes is hard. It's definitely a hard, difficult thing to go about doing, but like I did it. Look at this. Look at that. Let's see. Should take this away because it doesn't need it. Go. There we go. Still gonna add the light gray in there to make it pop a little bit, but just a little bit. Just the edge of it. This requires a little bit more concentration, so I'm trying to not mess it up. Oh, looky at that. This brown that I have can shoot. Go. Go. Look at that! Oh, I'm so proud of it. Oh, looky, it's so pretty. I did that. Oh, I'm looking at it. That part can be darker. That is not a darker color. Not a darker color? It is. There we go. Oh, looky at that. Oh my gosh. That's so pretty. I'm just looking at it, amazed by what I made. Realizing that I'm probably gonna do the same thing right here. Because it's pretty much already there. That's fine. See, I already have the dark spot. Second outline. Dark spot I already put in. Oops, the lighter gray to put on the outside. That is, oh, whatever, we'll take it. Nope, I won't take it, it's too late for me. No, it's still too late. There we go. I say it's too late, but I know I'm gonna go back and lighten this thing anyways, so it's okay. There we go. And boom. Lighten it. Just so I can darken it. It's okay. There we go. I see what I did. I need to do over here. Oh, I need that. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't blend out over here to where it looks like it's an actual opening. Oops, I need to stop attacking the microphone. My microphone doesn't deserve it. It's a pretty mic and I'm very happy with it. Although it did take me a while to figure out how to use it. And the setup process was interesting. So like, okay, cool. So the microphone that I'm using, don't remember what it's called. I know it starts with an M, whatever. So I couldn't set it up for the longest time. So I couldn't figure out how to clip it to my desk, okay? The problem was that my desk that I'm currently using is the clamp that the microphone is attached to felt like it was too small for my desk. So I just kind of just sat there and stared at it. It was like, I can't clip this to my desk. I'm gonna break the desk or I'm gonna break the thingy. And then and then one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. And like, it slid in. And it was pretty much like spot on perfect. Like, there's tightening to do, obviously, because like you don't want your microphone to go flying. And then I have a cat, so like I can't have my microphone always like super down when I'm not using it, so I have to have it raised up a little bit. So like when the cat gets on the desk, he doesn't attack the microphone, which I'm very happy that he doesn't, because I'd be a very upset person. But so he doesn't attack the microphone when it's like pulled up, which I think is the interesting thing. So like, obviously, excuse me. Obviously I have to, but because of that I have to pull it up, which makes things interesting at times. So, when I slid it in, I was worried about the whole microphone falling, and realizing later that it doesn't fall, and like I also realized later that the cat doesn't mess with it unless I'm like chilling here using it, which is why I have to consistently like push the cat off the desk or place him on the ground or like move him away. But yeah, so like I finally got the microphone set up and I put it off to the side, and I connected it to the computer and I stared at it. It was like, wait, what do I do next? Because like I was super excited of just getting it on the desk that I didn't look at anything else. Like anything else that I've researched. I was just like, what do I do next? Can I plug it in? Does it automatically work? So that itself was something very, very interesting that I had to figure out. And the answer is no. There's other things you have to do to make the microphone work. And me and OBS were getting into a fight when it came to the microphone. So like, there are moments where like, I think it was the first stream where I was using my headset mic. And then when I'm on Discord, I use the headset mic. So when I was first streaming and I first had the microphone set up, I had it set up to where it would go in like, I think it was on Discord. Like on Discord I would have it set up to where if it was close enough to the microphone it would echo back so I could hear myself. And I forgot I had that part set up. Okay. And so I was doing something with my friends earlier, and other than like normal, so like my normalcy of pausing mid-sentence because my brain is working too fast for my mouth, or my mouth is working too fast for my brain, and it just like can't compute. This time I paused not because of that situation, but because of what was it? Because I was hearing myself echo, and I was staring at Discord, and none of the bubbles were lighting up. I was like, where is this echo coming from? I am so confused. I'm just sitting here talking mid-sentence, like legit stopped. But this wasn't like a normal stop, like I knew what I was gonna say next. And like my friends are like used to me stopping mid-sentence, so like they're just sitting there chilling. And then they're like, are you okay? Do you remember what you're supposed to say? Like, I know, like, I remember my next words. I know my next phrase, I promise, but like, and then like, I paused again because I could still hear the echo. And then I walked away from the computer because the cool thing about my headset is it is wireless. So I walked away from my computer and I was still talking to them on my headset because I had to go do something for the cat. And while I was doing that, I realized I stopped echoing. And I just stared at myself and like, am I just losing my mind? And I look at the cat, I was like, are we just losing our minds? And the cat just ignored me like normal always. It's like, of course you're losing your mind. Gives me the cat killer of like, what are you talking about? You've already lost it. Stop acting like this is anything new. So I get back to the desk and I can hear the echo again. And then I realize how I'm sitting is I have 2 monitors and like one monitor leans me closer to the microphone, which is how I'm sitting right now. And then I was watching the monitor that made me lean closer to the microphone as I was talking, and I was like, oh, it's the other microphone picking it up. And they were like, wait, what? You have another microphone? I'm like, yes, I have another microphone. I just don't know how to like have it connect up properly. They're like, well, we could help you with that. I was like, maybe later, not now, because like right now we're fine. Like right now, the microphone situation is fine. You can hear me, and I can hear you guys talk, and that's all that matters right now. We're not going to try to figure out how to set up the other microphone, which is now echoing in my ear. So that's when I pushed up the microphone, and as long as I'm not near it, it doesn't echo in Discord. The end of my story. I just knew when I was first, like, I was so confused. I was definitely a very, very confused little girl chilling there, be like, I don't know what's going on. This little person's confused. This Sue, very confused. And I figured it out. It was my microphone that was echoing in my ear via Discord. Why? Don't know. This song makes me think of... Oh, okay. Thought hack to you. That's the end of that sentence. Sometimes I don't finish my sentences, which I'm happy I do. Look at this cave part. Isn't it pretty? I'm so proud of it. It's blending in so well. I just remember that like when I first did this part, I was just like, I'm just gonna sit here and put details in this and like scratch details, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna do cracks in the rock. Cause it looks cool. And that's what happened. I did cracks in the rock because it looks cool. And that's what I'm doing now. So like how I did this one, so now I'm trying to mimic it on the other one, and it's not gonna look like the same, but like whatever. It works. See? It works. And then I blend it out over here a little bit. So it's not too obvious. There we go. Looky at that. Obviously, the whiter outlines have to go, but like, yo, look at that. That doesn't look too bad. You know, I could probably just do this in the pencil that I was using before. Let's see. I think this is this one? Yes. I remember. Oh, okay. So I know what this reminds me of now. Mostly, like the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because like I can hear my stomach growling, and I can feel it, but like I don't feel like getting up and moving to eat. So in school, when I was doing the watercolor painting for the first time, I kept bringing it, like, I got permission from the art class, from, like, my art teacher to, this is on a different layer, right? Oh, thank God. I got permission from my art teacher to bring the, watercolor into other classes, right? I got to, like, pretty much, like, you can bring it home for homework type situation, because, like, it's not like I was behind on the watercolor piece, but it was more like I was adding more detail than I can just do in class. So she gave me permission to like take the watercolor palette home and work on it at home, which never happened. I never worked on it at home, as I had too much stuff to do at home anyways. But what did happen was I worked on it in every other class. So if I can sit here, I can remember I'm just in like this AP biology class, just sitting here painting a watercolor wolf, looking at the teacher who looks back at me. She's like, that's a really nice painting, and just goes back to teaching class and doesn't say anything. That's pretty much like what everything that happened. It was just like, alright, okay, cool. That's what this is reminding me of, because I'm having so much fun doing it. I know I should probably like stop to get food and eat. Like I ate a little bit before streaming too, which is the funny part about it. It was like I knew this was gonna happen, so I decided to eat before streaming. And apparently I didn't eat enough because now I'm hungry again. But then again, I also remember like normally when I do like large art projects like this, I'm not consistently talking to people. And I'm always just like sitting here, so like I'll always have like a snack next to me, so I can sit here like always eat while I'm already doing the art project, which might be the reason why I'm never actually like tired of my art projects. And now that I think about it, that's probably the reason why I survived the insanity arc of caves, because I had food with me. Just sitting here not nomming on a bag of chips while I'm drawing. I really feel bad for my friends who are listening to me do that. Nom 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 bag of chips while drawing this piece. Oh, sorry. My brain was like, look at this, this is looking so good, and I was just like staring at it, like scribbling up and down in the same spot, making it darker than it should be. I think. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it'll add a piece of texture, who knows. I am pretty sure by the time that I'm done with this part, it's going to look interesting, and I'm okay with that. Sorry, my phone was like blowing up for a moment. I was like, what is going on? But it's not like I can actually like see, like, can't hear my phone do it. I can only see it because like, due to the situation at hand, my phone is always on silent because the sounds that it makes, like my phone's always been on silent ever since I started like having like an actual job. My phone has been on silent. No. Yes, my phone's been on silent ever since I had like an actual job. So like I don't know actually. So when I actually hear my ringtone, I jump because it scares me. So yeah. So back to what I was saying. My phone's on silent. So like when it goes off, it just lights up. And it went off, and a lot of people were just like, it was just a group message. That was way too bright of a color. You should probably do that on a different layer though. That's one? Oh, that'll work. But yeah, so it was just like a group message of people, which is cool because, yeah. There you go. That doesn't look too bad. Remember when I was doing the cave part of this, I actually didn't do like the two colors on different layers. I did them on the same layer, which made life interesting. I wanted to say miserable, but like it wasn't. It wasn't miserable. It was definitely harder, but it wasn't a miserable existence because I didn't do it on different layers. It made erasing really, really hard. It made undoing even harder because I didn't know how far I had to go back to undo. So it was definitely one of those situations where I would be like, you know what? Let's go traditional with this. And I did. I just went over it until like whatever the mistake was gone. And that's how that worked. And then because of that situation itself, I made some really, really, really interesting like situations out of it, which looked really good in the end, but like the process to get there made me mad. It's like I knew how to fix it, but I couldn't fix it because by the time that I knew how to fix it, I was already in too deep. It was already gone. I was already like halfway through coloring it, and I'm like, oh no, I know how to fix this now. Nope. Not anymore, you don't know how to fix it. You're gone. It's gone. It's too late. You can't do it. You're gone. Time to blend colors. Here we go. It's like there. That's not supposed to be curved, but it is. But like it's, I mean, I can really know. Now I just gotta go over it. Maybe it'll fix it. And it did. Ish. See, this isn't looking too bad. I'm actually really happy with this. Continue and adding some gray up here. Because I accidentally took away all the gray earlier. Turned it into a dirt mound. It's okay, I can fix it. See? Go. Look at that texture. Look at it. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm so proud of myself. It's so much better than I thought it would. Look at it. We go. The coloring all over again. Oh, it looks so pretty. Just that spot there. Oh, it looks so good. Just look at it. That's perfect. Currently, that's my favorite spot. I was really happy with the mountains, but I'm like super happy with like that spot. Go over here and do a brown. Oh, that is way too light. Ow, 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 ow. So, the ow is because I was sitting crisscross while I was doing that and had to move my leg because it fell asleep. Which is important. Movement is important. Stretching is important. And I'm a weird person that can't sit in like one way. So like, my chair doesn't have armrest because I like sitting crisscross on the chair or sitting awkwardly in chairs, which is extremely helpful for like when you're stuck in a chair for so long. Movement's nice. Don't like the spot there, so I'm taking that away. I think it needs to be darker. Yep, I was right. It should have been darker. Look at that. And it's blending so well. Stop moving, microphone. Kitty, get away. That is so pretty. I know there's gonna be some more like, I don't see any changes. There's changes. I promise, there's changes in there. Can't see them, but they're there. Sometimes it's hard. Look at this. Oh. Sorry. sorry. I'm just mesmerized at how like proud of myself I am for this. It's the same feeling I had when I finished like part of the cave. So like, definitely mesmerized. I'm super happy with it. Oh snap. Been so intrigued by this that I didn't even notice was streaming for almost 3 hours. Not bad, not bad. Oh, back to going. So exciting. Ooh, I should go down here and finish this part. Maybe the... No, yeah, the dark brown against that would look fine. And then go lighter on the way up. There we go. Same thing over here. Dark brown in, and then press lighter on the way out. Same thing with the crosshatch, which is going to be harder to do. Maybe smaller lines over here on this side. Oops. Concentration, let go! I need a lighter color to help blend that in. Obviously that spot's too dark. Blendy, 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 blendy. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. I'm so happy with it. Oh, it's a similar color to that. Huh. Didn't even notice. It's okay. Darken again. Further in, make it darker. Same thing on this side. There was a flash of light just now. I'm blaming the cat. It's a cat. Go. There we go. Oh no, too dark. There we go. Look at that. CC detail. Very happy with this. It looks so good. I'm just as happy as I was when I was doing the mountains. Oh. I forgot how much fun backgrounds can be. Also remember how tedious backgrounds can be now. Oh well. Maybe I can finish this. I don't know, my tummy is grumbling a lot. Actually, no. You know, I think I'm actually gonna end it here so I can have something to do tomorrow or something to do later. More things to do. Something to look forward to.